Hey everyone, I'm Ryan,
And I'm Gloria.
and we're still besties.
Ah!
As most of you know, Gloria and I have been friends for a very long time. We've moved to different cities, and have been apart for quite some time now, but we still are good friends, and we're doing this podcast to kind of reminisce and talk about the old times we used to have together. And I don't know, just kind of like in you know relive certain parts of our life, the good, the bad, the silly, the weird. But yeah, I think we're here to just talk about those times. And lucky for all of you, this is our Valentine's episode because it is February and it is the month of love. So we thought it would be fun to kind of talk about past relationships, flings, people we've dated, like our dating life. I don't know, but we're gonna get into it. It's gonna be really interesting. I'm sure a lot of interesting things will come up because we have lived some very fun love lives. So, anyways, I'll throw it over to Gloria, and yeah, what are you most excited to touch on today?
All the weird stuff you and I have sort of heard from the other.
Yeah.
And of course, this is all from the before times.
Yes.
I have not really had a dating life in 15 years this year. So,
You can
but
date your husband. That's perfectly.
what I mean is like the Wild West it seems to be now I'm not involved in is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. My husband and I do date each other and we have a great time. But but yeah, like there was just so many silly things that we went through and I just remember just having such long conversations and like there was also a time. Well, I'll get to that later, I guess. But do you remember or recall any weird things that you have heard from someone you were dating? Like not to like kink shame anyone or anything like that, but like has anyone said a weird phrase to you?
I don't think
Like
so.
give you an
I guess
example.
I might need a little more context. Yeah, give me an example.
So one time I don't want to say this out loud. I don't know if I've actually said this in front of other people before. I know you know this story. One time I was talking to this person and things may have been getting steamy. And they say to me, to be really sexy to me, they said, I'm going to make you scream like a banshee.
Wait. Oh, yes, I do remember this.
And I didn't know how to take that. Like, what? Why? And also, banshees are Scottish. It was foreshadowing. I live in Scotland. Why would you say that? Do you find that sexy?
No, but I do remember. I actually remember this was. I remember this being a reference point for us a lot because I remember the first time you ever told me somebody said that to you, we would be like, we'd just be saying it jokingly back and forth to each other, be like, scream like a banshee for me.
It's just
Actually,
weird.
yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, actually, oh my god. Somebody said something to me that actually I think I don't know. This is probably inappropriate.
Wait, okay, you could say it and I can bleep it if it is inappropriate.
Okay. Do you remember when we were at a house party with
Yes.
this was in one of our eras. It was like in someone's backyard, but it kind of turned very like randomly sort of sexual.
I
Like
remember you
there
and
was
I.
like
Never mind.
there was chocolate sauce, there was strawberry sauce. I remember both of us being freaks. Actually, oh my god. Okay, now I'm having like a flood of memories of just like house parties we went to.
Yes.
There was one guy both of us made out with.
Yes, I was just gonna say that I was just trying not to interrupt you. And then yeah.
I remember, oh my god, I remember I was making out with him. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's so hot. And I just remember you coming in and being like, where is he? And then you went up to him and you started making out with him. I was like, Gloria.
No, he pulled my face. There must have been different times. There are multiple times that this has happened. So like,
Yeah, we were out of control.
like there was a period that we were very out of control, and one of the like I don't even know why I bring this up. Like, yes, Ryan and I have kissed the same person on the same night within 10 minutes, maybe less, maybe 10 seconds. There
This
have
has
been
probably happened multiple times, but I don't.
yeah, like there have been multiple times where we have just shared the same smoochable lips. Um,
Yeah.
and I love now knowing that you were like, Gloria. You're just upset that I kissed the same person you kissed.
Well,
That's
yeah,
so
I was
funny to me.
jealous. I was like, I thought the guy was hot, and I was like, I want him to be into me, and then he started making out with you, and I was like, stop!
Hey,
Because
the thing is,
I think he either went both ways, or I don't really know what his deal was,
no.
but I wanted him to be into me, so I was like,
The thing is, that's so funny. I love that. No, like the thing is, for
um,
me, stuff like that was just whatever. Like it didn't mean
yeah.
anything to me. So that's really
Wait,
funny.
wait. We did okay. So we were kind of ping ponging back and forth because just a flood of memories. But going
Yes.
back to what the person
Oh,
said to
okay.
me, I remember I was sitting, or this guy was sitting on my lap. We were making out, and then
Oh no.
you might. I don't know if you, I'm just
I'll
gonna say it.
bleep it. I'll bleep it
He
if it's
whispers into
true.
my ears and he goes, "I'm so wet right now," and I was like, and I had this thought like, I don't think men can be wet.
They can, but it's probably not a good.
I know. I was like, girl, doesn't that? I was like, what does that mean? I was like,
What?
it took me so out of the moment. I was like, oh,
I'm so. I'm happy to keep that in if you're okay with it, or I
you
can
can
bleep
keep it in.
it.
I just hope my mother never watches this. But if she does, it's
She's
fine.
going
She,
to. I know that she's going to.
well, whatever.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if your mom knows that you and I have ever kissed the same person within 10 seconds.
Well, she always thought you were a good Christian girl. Remember? Because
Oh yeah.
we were in. So me and Gloria were in choir together, singing every Sunday there. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, we'd just be little trollops about town. Like,
We would be trollops about the town making out with all the rain.
yeah.
Or we were the
We'd be
rain.
at the gay bars and like,
Oh my gosh,
we'd be at
yes.
house parties, just like being very, very naughty people. But,
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
anyways, yeah.
I think that's so funny. Like the amount of times like we would just be so happy to just hang out with people and suddenly the backyard party became a sexual place where where chocolate syrup was involved. What?
Yeah. Well, I remember the person that we were with in the back seat of the car. I was driving, and then he
What?
like got into the car, and I just remember him having the chocolate syrup thing and the strawberry syrup thing, and I was like, "What are those for?" And he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it." And then when we get to the party, like, and things start getting weird, I just remember him like using it and people like pouring it on each other. I was like, "What is going on right now?" Oh my god.
My face hurts. I can't believe I am so glad that I'm not the only one that remembers that.
Oh, that was a memory I'll never forget. Like that
No,
was
no.
I remember all of those things. Like that some things you cannot unsee or unremember.
What was the point? What was the point? Like, is that what these parties were for? Like these, as we would call them back then, it would be like kickbacks, right? Be like, oh, it's just gonna be like quite a little kickback, but no, chocolate syrup's involved. Get
Yeah.
ready
I
to
mean,
get
I don't
your.
know. I guess like well, the thing is we didn't go away to college. We both like basically went to school in
Mm,
our hometowns or were living at home. And so I think for us it was like a lot of like I don't know, I imagine people that went away to college were also going to these like crazy college parties where naughty things were happening. So I'm sure it's not much different
yeah, I guess it
than
was.
what
That
goes
is
on
good.
for people in that time in life. Like people go to house parties and then like one thing turns into another. And I think at that age specifically too, everyone is just like a freak. And
I
also,
don't know if everyone is a freak though, because I know people who are very like how your mom thought I was like a good Catholic girl. Allie
yeah,
was a good Christian boy.
yeah, that's true. We were just, I mean, we
You and
were,
I guess maybe the people we grew up around were a bit more wild, and that's okay. There are people out there
yeah,
who do not live the wild life, and that's also okay.
yeah, that is okay.
But it's really funny to
We,
think back on.
yeah, we just, I mean, we went through, it was, I mean, we were freshly 21-year-olds at that age. For us it was kind of like let's go out and like be kooky and
Mhm.
crazy and like I don't know, that's usually the age that those things start happening at. So
I feel like that was the
yeah,
year that everything just, like, changed, and
I
I
do think like, yeah, I think too, like we were like referring to it as such in that time. We were like, oh, we're kind of in our like slutty era. And then even like a couple years later looking back, we are like, oh, that was definitely our like weird slutty like crazy girl
yeah.
party girl era.
But there's also no slut shaming because I think people can do whatever the hell they want. Like, just for us,
Oh
that was a
yeah,
very particular changing point for us.
yeah. We were just
So weird.
experimental and being, yeah. I mean, because when we first met, we were both in high school. Like, and I
Mhm,
guess you can be a crazy person in high school, but obviously once you get to like college age, like things definitely ramp
mhm.
up in terms of like being a wild child, sort of.
But I just there's just so many silly things, and, hey, when you're young, maybe even if you're a grown up, you just you just experiment, and
Yeah,
you figure out what you like and what makes you jealous. That's really funny to me.
yeah.
Um, I guess okay, so that was the weird things that have been said by people. Um, have you ever been on any bad dates?
Um, yeah. I feel like I was. There were a couple bad dates that like, oh, I mean, there were many bad dates. I remember specifically there was this gay dating website people would use that was called Downlink, and I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a LGBTQ dating website that I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure doesn't even exist. It was
No.
like Plenty of Fish or something like that, but much, much, much worse.
Was
And that
it?
was, yeah.
I thought it was
And
with
I
MySpace.
don't even think Grinder was around at
No.
this time. Um, but that was primarily what I was trying to use to like date people and find like
Mhm.
people. Um, and I remember a lot of the dates I would go on from that were just like so bad. I remember there was this one guy I went on a date with, and he was just like kind of a nerd and a freak, and and there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. This guy,
No.
he was just, he was a little more, I don't know, he was nerdy in a way that made me uncomfortable. But anyways, I remember it was so bad because he had a bunch of books with him for some reason, and he left them all in my car on accident. And I remember after the date being like, "Oh, well, thank God I never have to see that guy again." And then he's like, "Oh, by the way, like I left all my stuff in your car. Like maybe we can do a second date next week, and I can get all my stuff." And I was like, "No!" I
Oh
mean,
my gosh. Wait.
I I
Sorry, go
wish
on.
I had, I don't know. I feel like me now would have just straight up like been like, "Hey, I would like had the courage to be like, "Hey, I'm not into you, but like here's your books back." But I think me back then was very like too shy to tell people no. So I just begrudgingly went on the date with him again.
Mhm.
And I remember it being even worse the second time. And I was like, I really hope he didn't leave anything else in my car because I'm at this point, like, he's never getting it back.
I mean, I think that's fair though, like, because when you're young, what are you gonna like, you're still trying to figure that stuff out, so I get that you were shy. I'm very intrigued by how someone could be that nerdy that it puts you off. Like, what was nerdy about them?
I don't know. Like,
Do you mean nerdy in the traditional sense?
I think no, it was more like he was talking about things that were just like I don't know. I had no interest in
What,
which
Dungeons and Dragons?
no, not even that. It was just like I don't know. Like he maybe nerdy isn't the right word. Maybe it's more like he couldn't pick up on like certain social cues and like the conversation was just very boring and like he was
Mm,
very like he didn't ask me a single question about myself, but he was like telling me about his entire life, which was just boring to me. Like
that is boring. Yeah.
and obviously he had a bunch of books with him, so he was just like talking about all this like philosophical stuff that was in these books and like I don't know.
Well, no, I get that because sometimes people are so self-absorbed, they don't realize
Yeah.
that they're just talking about themselves and not
Yeah.
anyone else around them, so I would be bored too.
Yeah. And the thing is it's like I mean, not that I can't like talk about like philosophical things or interesting things, but it
Yeah.
was like I felt a little like I don't know. Well, at the time, I mean, you know me, like my brain is like at the time was like Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, like dumb like Britney Spears, like like pop culture stuff that like I don't know that I think he probably had no interest in. So I'm just sitting there like okay, like this like our interests aren't super aligned,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I went on yeah, in terms of just like bad dates, like there were definitely like my fair share of like dates I went on that were just like not a vibe or like somebody was like rude or
Mhm.
yeah. There was a lot of frogs and a lot of people we went through. I think I don't know, like the boyfriends and like there were some weird there there were some people along the way that are just like looking back now, I remember being so devastated when like the breakups would happen and then I'm like, "Oh my god, thank god that happened." Like
Mhm.
that person was like not who I should have been with at all at the time. Like I don't know, there was just a lot of stuff to unpack.
Yeah, and then we figure that out as time goes on.
Yeah,
I
it is
God.
sorry. No, all I was going to say was like it is crazy cuz like when you're going through a heartbreak at the time, you do people will be like, "Oh, one day you're going to look back and realize like that person was just not for you." And you
Mhm.
don't really think that's true at the time, but then it happens and you're like, "That was 100% true."
I mean, think about how okay we are now talking
Yeah.
about the stuff that really hurt. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. It gets better. It gets better. Not that
It gets
campaign.
yeah.
Good campaign, but also, not what I'm talking about right now.
My closing thoughts on that is like I'm glad we kind of like did it and got it out of our system. I don't know, sometimes I'm a little trollop too these days, but definitely not in
Nothing wrong with
that
that.
way, but
A more
no, like
matured version of being a trollop, I think.
what was that?
A more careful version of being a trollop because we were not careful back then. We were
No,
not careful people.
we were yeah, but I'm also I don't know. I think a lot of the times it's like you kind of have to go through those like weird wild moments and get it out of your system. And I'm glad I did because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who, don't get to experience that and then like later in life or look back and I don't know, kind of regret like, oh, maybe I should have been a little more free back then and like kind of just experimented and tried different things and I don't know. I don't really know what
We're
I'm saying.
very
I'm
lucky. No,
trying
I get it.
I'm trying to be philosophical about what something that is ultimately not very deep.
Call the
like
books
like
guy.
us pouring syrup on each other, like, no, that was such a beautiful time.
Chocolate syrup flowing down our
I'm
mouths.
I'm
It was
so glad we experienced that like and it's really just us like making
lip
out with
biting,
people.
hair pulling, shirts
Yeah.
being ripped off. I'm just kidding, that
Yeah. Dancing on tables.
Oh, yeah. I
Do you
remember
remember
the
the girl
table
that pop
dancing.
locked and drop it and fell off the table? Was
I
that?
wasn't there, but I remember you told me that this girl pop locked and drop it and her hip came out or something, and then an ambulance had to come get
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that one. Um, but,
Anyway,
but the thing is, no, you're right though, like, you have to I'm glad that we did get to experience that stuff because a lot of people will be questioning stuff if like, at this age now. Like, I wish I had done something, and you and I have done a lot separately
yeah,
and with the same people.
yeah. Also, things we probably wouldn't have never done if we didn't know each other. We were like kind of enablers of each other.
Yeah, I think so, but you know what? Fine. I have no regrets. I have
Oh,
none.
I don't have any regrets either. It built my character.
Yeah. Mhm. Exactly. And I think, yeah, that is exactly it. And I love that. And I love that we did that together. I love we experienced that together in our formative years. I don't know if 21-year-olds is formative, but still. Um, I feel like you're still very young when you're 21. It's supposed to be fun turning 21. I'm surprised it's taken us this many episodes and this much time before we made a reference to any song.
Yeah,
Um,
two
like
or 1.5
Yeah,
episodes.
1.5 episodes. Um, that's too long, to be honest. Like,
That is too long.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for like, yesterday when I was, doing the promo, for our picture and I chose "Nothing in This World," I was so excited to use a Paris Hilton song for it. We got a couple of fun little questions, I think. Um, like, if you liked I don't know, do you like celebrating Valentine's Day?
Yeah. I think, I mean, yeah, I love celebrating Valentine's Day. I think we had a very healthy, like, outlook on Valentine's Day because typically we were always single and I think we would just spend it together.
Did. Oh my
And
yeah.
there were definitely, I feel like there were always those people though that were just like, if they were single on Valentine's Day, like they were like so sad and so depressed. And I don't know, I've never seen Valentine's Day as like an opportunity to be depressed. I see it as an opportunity to be with somebody like Gloria, and then we just go do something stupid
Have
together.
Four Locos and go watch The Social Network. I don't know if that's what we did then,
Yeah.
but I do remember going to Sweet Tomatoes on date days. I remember
Oh my
going to
god,
somewhere called
sweet
Flames.
tomatoes.
Does that still exist?
No, I
No?
miss it so bad.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
god.
But we would definitely have like Galentine's Day, or I guess we can call it now Palentine's Day, thanks to that one time after the Spice Girls concert.
You go to like the Cheesecake Factory.
Mhm. Cheesecake Factory to us was fancy. Like, it
Oh,
was so I remember to me, it was, like, the most fanciest bougie thing that you could have ever done. I
yeah.
to me, with the low lighting, and things cost more than $10.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we would spend Valentine's Day together, and I actually forgot that we did that, and, like, we definitely planned cute little dates out, and that's actually really sweet. Well, the reason I
Yeah.
was asking is, like, what would your dream Valentine's Day date be?
Oh, I I think like for me, like I don't know, I like to go to a restaurant and like have a martini and like have a couple drinks with somebody and then I don't
Mhm,
know, maybe it turns into like going to a show or just like I don't know, even just like coming home and watching TV. I think like a good Valentine's Day date is like really just dependent on like who you're with and like the vibe, but I don't really know. I mean, I would say like yeah, overall though, like I do like to be wined and dined a little bit. So I think like going to a nice restaurant and enjoying a nice ambiance and atmosphere,
mhm.
like just enjoying like your partner's company.
That's fair. I think
Very
that's fair.
simple. Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes it should be simple because I feel like a lot of the time people expect way too much and then they won't even put in the same effort for their partners. And being in
Yeah.
a relationship is a two-way street or many
Exactly.
streets depending on what you enjoy. Um but I yeah, that would be the same for me. Just like I don't really care about no, the thing is though I like it. I like also being wined and dined. Honestly, I'm spoiled now in comparison to what it was like for me before. like, in the before times when we were both living in San Jose, like, I feel like I am spoiled now, but, like, when I say spoiled, I mean, like, if I ask Allie to grab me a glass of water, he'll grab me one and not question it, and that's actually really nice. And the thing is the bar
Yeah.
is low. Set the bar a lot higher. The thing is Allie is, like, here. If the bar is here, Allie's here, and I just need everyone to know this. Um,
Yeah.
but, like, he treats me the same way like, he'll treat my friends the same way he treats me, and I think even Ryan could agree with that. I am
Absolutely.
putting words in your mouth. Just kidding.
No, I
Um,
agree. I would agree with that.
um, I mean, like, for example, I love using this as an example, but Allie is really good at, being a tour guide, and I'm really bad at it, and one time Ryan was like, "I miss Allie, I hate you," when I couldn't figure out what a building was. It was the
No,
city chambers.
that was so funny. Yeah, I was visiting Edinburgh, and obviously me
Glasgow.
never or no, yeah, Glasgow. And me having never been there, I had a lot of questions about like the buildings I was looking at. I was like, "Oh my god, Gloria, what's that like big old like tower thing?" And then she'd be like, "Oh, I don't know, but this is where I get my hair done." And then I'd just be
"I hate you, I miss Allie." That's my
like,
favorite thing.
"Yeah,
Um, well, yeah, like, the thing is, simple is nice, and sometimes simple could be going to a restaurant or just spending time together, and that's nice.
yes."
Um, if you could have any celebrity be your Valentine, who would it be?
I feel like me back then would have said like David Archuleta.
You loved him.
I had such a crush on him back then.
Do you ever
But
think when you're all alone, all the things you do?
yeah,
You don't even know the words? Okay. Oh, okay, you
but
do.
yeah,
You do. Okay.
um, no, I think in this day and age, this is probably going to sound very basic, but probably Jonathan Bailey. Like,
The thing is, how perfect is that man? How is that
yeah,
basic? He's
I,
perfect.
I mean, because I'm sure everyone agrees. They're like, yeah, of course, duh. Like, of course, we want to go on a date with Jonathan Bailey.
The thing is, there's nothing basic about Jonathan Bailey, though. He is like, he's good at
No,
singing. He's an incredible actor. He makes me want to be with him. He's gay, and I know this very much, but I watch him in Bridgerton and I die. I never skip the scene where he tells Kate that she is the bane of his existence. And the thing is, I want someone to call me the bane of their existence. But if Allie told me that, I'd be really upset. I just want it to be Jonathan Bailey
yeah,
to call me the bane of his existence. That's not
yeah,
basic. I think that's a very good answer. I wasn't thinking that way, and I should have.
yeah.
But, continue, I'm sorry.
No,
I will
I was
always talk
like,
about Jonathan Bailey forever. I'm
yeah, oh
one of the
no,
biggest Jonathan Bailey fans.
he's just a gorgeous man. But I feel like I would probably fall apart if he was in front of me. Like, it'd be like
He collapsed onto the floor.
I'm going for the big guns.
I know. I mean, speaking of big guns, mine would be Jennifer Lawrence. I'm in love with her, and I've loved her since she was Katniss
Oh, I love her
Everdeen.
too. She
Did you
would
see
be
Go ahead.
no, she's just funny as hell too. Like she could, yeah, that's a great one.
She's not afraid to, like, if you've watched The Hunger Games, which I think you have. I don't know. I know you
Oh
don't like those
yeah,
kinds of movies. Okay.
no, I love the Hunger Games. Actually, I do make an exception for those movies.
Okay, I was gonna say because I remember we would watch, like, freaking The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and you would be commentating on it the whole time, and it would piss me off in the movie
Yeah.
theater because you do not like things like Chronicles of Narnia, and it just gets on my nerves. But anyway, so Hunger Games, Jennifer Lawrence, I think, isn't afraid to be vulnerable in those things and not look like, you know how people what do they call it now? Looks maxing? Where they're just
Oh yeah.
like everyone trying to like look like handsome Squidward while they're acting. I
Yeah.
just think that like she's just so good and she's also really funny and like oh gosh. I remember when we watched Silver Linings Playbook. I haven't seen that in years, but like I don't know if it's still a good
Oh
movie,
yeah.
but
Did we watch that together?
I think so. Because
Oh wow.
I think I was also in love with Bradley Cooper at the time, but now I'm like
Oh,
I've always been a Jennifer Lawrence girl, and I would love if she was my Valentine, and we wouldn't even have to do anything like romantic. We could just hang out and have fun.
oh well, that would be fun. I mean, she just seems like a very easy down to earth person to talk to. Like she can get a little goofy and silly too, which I think is a good thing to have in a Valentine.
Yeah. Just be friends with me, please.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence is my number one Valentine. Galentine. Jonathan
Okay.
Bailey is such a good answer. Like, if I could specifically have Jonathan Bailey as Anthony Bridgerton telling me he hates me and then tells me he loves me, like, I that would just, that would just be a dream come true. The end. Also as
Yeah.
Fiyero, but no, Anthony Bridgerton. It's the way he looks. Like, you believe the way he's looking at people. It's
Oh,
so
absolutely.
believable.
Yeah, again, like, I wouldn't even be able to look at him because I just feel like my entire body would start collapsing. And
Did you watch Bridgerton?
no.
Oh my gosh! Please. Okay, I feel like every time Ryan and I talk, there is a thing that he hasn't seen that I need him to desperately see. And I think at the top of the list of everything is season 2 of Bridgerton. You don't need to watch any of the other seasons. It is his season where he's the main character, and it is so good. And the thing is, I don't even really pay attention to period dramas. I kind of do now, not just because of Bridgerton. I also like Downton Abbey, but still. But like Bridgerton season 2 specifically with Jonathan Bailey as the lead, alongside like it's Anthony Bridgerton and Kat, and it's just perfection. Do you like enemies to lovers stories? Do you read novels for fun?
No. I
Okay,
Gr-
I don't read
Gloria, you
romance.
know I don't read
I
books.
asked because people change. I asked
So
because sometimes
no.
we change and we're the same. But like the
Some
thing is,
people chose books and I chose looks.
wait, hold on. You chose books. I chose looks. I have a nice house, a wonderful husband. Thank you, it's Matilda. Okay. I have to remember what that
Oh,
was.
you were trying to figure out where that was from?
Yes, yes, yes. Um, but no, I don't read romance. But the thing is, like, enemies to lovers is like a trope that I really enjoy, and it is such a good one in Bridgerton. And
Yeah.
I, I just love it. And I, anyway, watch it, please. Thank you. Um, you chose books. I chose looks. I have a nice. Wait, I need to remember what that whole line is. Why did she say that to her daughter, who was like 7?
Well, she was the evil mother, stepmother. I don't remember what she was. I think
She
she
was
was
the
a step.
mom. You chose books. I chose looks. I have a nice house, a wonderful husband, and you are slaving away teaching snot-nosed children their ABCs. You want Matilda to go to college? No, that she's speaking to Miss Honey, I think. She
Yeah.
Anyway, last question is what is your love language?
Oh, my love language is definitely words of affirmation. Um, I think I don't know. Well, for me, I always just like I need reassurance with just not even that like words of affirmation is necessarily reassurance, but like in the most facets of my life, I kind of like need to know like
How
how
you're
somebody
doing?
feels about something or how I'm doing. Like in work, like I kind of need like my boss to like be like, "Oh, this is good" or "This is bad." Like I don't know.
Mm.
And I guess in relationships it's the same. Like I kind of need a partner that tells me how they're feeling or tells me how, like how they feel about me and like I don't know. I'm obviously like we all deal with like anxiety and like we all have like certain thing like thoughts that get into our head and kind of distract us, but I think the easiest thing oftentimes for me that quells that is like somebody just reassuring me that like hey, like I still like you and I still love you and this is what I like about you, and just as equally being honest about things they don't like, that like oh like hey, that upset me or that hurt my feelings. Like I don't know, I think it's just very important to have healthy open lines of communication, and that's what makes relationships strong. So that all goes back to just words of affirmation, I
Mhm.
guess. So that's my love language.
That's actually really interesting because mine, I think I have 3. My top 3 are, um, quality time. So that's why we're doing this because I need this. And also,
Yeah.
um, I think also Words of affirmation is a close second, but also physical touch. Like, I love not like I think everyone just thinks sex immediately, but I'm like a very touchy person. Like, if we're playing Mario Party and Ryan and Leo and Ken and my brother and my sister are all winding me up, I'm gonna want to punch someone, and that's the way I show love, but it's fine. Um, I wouldn't do that now, I don't think. But the thing is, I don't know if I would do that now because I haven't been around people to wind me up while specifically playing Mario Party in the way that you all do. Like, do you remember the Bowser roller coaster where you kept purposely driving into the flags? I don't know if you do, but it stuck with me, a core memory.
Yeah. I remember well, I remember if I couldn't win video games, I would just be a troll and start like crashing into people or like or
Yeah.
not playing by the rules. I would like turn into a kamikaze and like start blowing things up.
Oh my gosh.
I would make
Yeah.
it miserable for everybody else.
Yes. But yeah, so physical touch, but like words of affirmation is a close second. Quality time, I really love being around the people that I love. And I
Yeah.
think even if it's like a call, or working together, I love making projects with people I love. And this is why we're also doing this because I'm just like, I really want to spend time with Ryan and I want
Yeah.
to like I love talking about the old days and I don't want it to be just limited to the time like the times where we just send voice notes and it's like, there, you see her. But we don't have to get into that. That was me doing a very specific cover of
Yeah.
Kiss the Girl. We don't need to talk about
Specifically Ashley Tisdale, Kiss
okay,
the
we're guess we're
Girl
naming
from
Ashley Tisdale.
the anniversary sound Disney soundtrack. I don't know. That was such a yeah.
It was bad. But anyway,
Yeah.
shalala. Anyway, that's enough.
No. No,
But
but yeah, I agree. It's like that like spending quality time and like it's very pleasant to actually like have this like form with each other and like yeah
mhm,
reminisce and talk about all these things and like actually set aside time to do it because
yeah.
like I mean yeah over the years it really has just been like brief voice messages or like silly little things but like
Or we'll
really
spend 2 days together in person, and then that's it.
yeah
Like
no
and this is fun because 'cause we're both very, like, creatively driven, work driven. I feel like this is work in a way. I mean, it's definitely work for me because I will be editing this afterwards, but, like, it's
yeah
just you know what I mean? Like, it's nice. It's nice to have a goal and to have a project in a set time, and it's a very fun way to do it, I think.
Mhm.
Um, but, yeah, and words of affirmation for me, I like to tell people all the time now. I try to actually which is actually really interesting that you said that yours is words of affirmation. I'll bring up why that's interesting. But I like to tell people all the time how I feel about them. And I think it's a lot for people sometimes.
Mhm.
Um, but like I just and it's not because I need the words back, but I just want people to know how I'm feeling. It's nice to know that people have any thoughts about me that are kind, so that's always welcome. But, like,
Yeah.
my main reason for words of affirmation is because I want people to know how I feel about them. And, like,
Yeah.
I remember there was a time where you and I don't think ever spoke about our feelings, ever.
Yeah.
And not with each other anyway. And, like, I remember we wouldn't even say that we miss each other if we were apart. Like, I specifically remember a conversation we had in the car, and I don't know if you were driving or I was driving or if it was other people driving, but I just remember us being like, "No, I won't miss you," but it was a joke, but I don't know if it was, like, in a way that was, like, hiding that we wanted to admit that we were gonna
Yeah.
miss each other for whatever reason.
Yeah. No, I think, I mean, obviously, when you're younger, like that is kind of just a thing where it's like, it's hard to let people know how you're really feeling, whether that be good or bad. Like, nobody ever wants to, like, I mean, sometimes honesty and like being like open with another person can feel very vulnerable. And I think like we maybe at the time didn't have as much of the emotional like maturity to really do that with each other. But I think obviously as you get older and you have people come in and out of your life and you kind of have these thoughts where it's just like, wow, I wish I would have said that to this person back then, or I wish I would have been more transparent. Maybe it could have like change the way things went, or like
Mm.
it could have had, I don't know. And now I'm at a place in life where it's like I want to try and make it a point to let people know how I'm feeling, because not to sound corny, you don't ever know like
Yeah.
when you'll be able, like maybe that's the last time you'll be able to say something to
Mhm.
somebody. And whether it's even good or bad, like I don't know, it's always important to let somebody know how you're feeling, and if
Yeah.
they're receptive to it, that's great, and if they're not, like then then
You've
you
done all you
know.
could. Yeah, you've done all
Yeah,
you could. And I think, like, it's so weird to think about like, we're obviously going through how we were when we were younger, but it's really wild to hear us sound like mature adults as well.
I know.
It's weird.
We really we sound like ourselves, but with a little more
Life
emotional
experience,
stability.
emotional stability, life experience, and emotional intelligence, I think.
Yeah, yeah, emotional intelligence. That's what I'm the word I'm looking for.
Um, it's really great, and I love that we can do this together despite me looking down and not looking down when I say it. But
Yeah.
I noticed that you're wearing a different shirt, and I just realized we never spoke about it. Or
Yes.
not a different shirt,
Well, okay, so
you were wearing
we
a shirt.
talked about it. I know. I was so we talked about it in the last episode because we were talking about the Spice Girls, but this episode I wanted to make it a point to wear my Spice Girls shirt.
Yeah!
So there we go.
I'm surprised we
There she
haven't done
is.
a maybe we should do Viva Forever.
Yeah. One of these episodes we should just dedicate to us like singing
Singing
all of our greatest
songs,
hits.
our greatest hits! What would be on the list? Falling
Oh,
Slowly would be on that
falling
list.
slowly. Uh
What else?
uh can I have this dance?
Yes! There would also
Uh
be well, we just mentioned it, Viva Forever.
oh, you can't stop the beat.
Oh my gosh, from
Something from
Hairspray.
Hairspray. Oh,
Um,
songs from Rent, probably.
songs from Spring Awakening as well.
Oh yeah,
Um, what else is there? There's
a
so
lot of
many
show
things.
tunes.
A lot of
Um,
show tunes. Um, Paris Hilton, there would also be, um like, do you remember the time, like, we would just, like, tease that Paris Hilton didn't have the best voice, obviously, like, she's got a
yeah,
nice voice, but, like, we would just giggle at the one time she would do a harmony in Nothing in This World, where she'd be like, "So much better."
yeah. We'd be like so much better. No.
Yeah. So good. Anyway, still Paris Hilton stans, love it.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
um, I don't know, I think maybe that could be your birthday episode where we just sing songs.
yeah.
I mean, we can talk about that after this, but,
It can be, yeah, yeah. We'll have a thing on it, but there should be a musical. There should be a musical episode at some point.
there should, and I think that would be hilarious, and it would be really bad karaoke with I mean, I can sync up the tracks, and I think that would be fine, but I think that would be hilarious. Right, I think we should end it here. Um,
Yeah,
so I hope you all enjoyed our Valentine's Day episode full of wild information about us and hearing the emotional maturity that we somehow have grown into.
yeah.
I guess. Ryan, please share where people can find you.
Well, you can find me on Instagram primarily at Oh It's Ryan. I don't post much interesting stuff there, but you'll see a story or something silly, or I don't know, maybe you'll see something very gay. So go
Like,
follow me there.
why haven't we spoken about Heated Rivalry yet? Oh no,
Yeah.
we should. Should we mention one thing that we like about it? Did you cry at episode 5?
Oh, of course. Well, episode 5 gagged the hell out of me. I did like that was probably my favorite episode of the entire
Same.
series. I don't know. My overall thought on the show is that I'm glad it. I love that it was like it started as kind of like lowbrow smut, and then it turns into a beautiful love
Lowbrow
story.
slut. But the thing is, that's what a lot of TV shows do, doesn't it? Like, they lure you in with sex, and they actually tell you a good story after a little while.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I think
like that. I'm like, okay, yeah, you got me.
yeah, I watched it at 2:30 in the morning my time because my friends were like, "You have to watch this," and I was like, "Okay," and then I couldn't look Allie in the eye, I couldn't look anyone in the eye. Then he ended up watching it with me and loves it. So, like,
Yeah,
I don't know, episode 5 is my favorite episode, and I especially like, I'm Coming to the Cottage made me
I'm
scream,
coming
like
to the cottage. Oh yeah, I was like, ah!
Oh my gosh, yeah, and but the thing is, it's when Scott is like, oh, when Scott is looking around and he doesn't see anyone around him because he doesn't have parents and he doesn't have a family, and all he has is Kip, who's waiting in the audience next to his dad, and like he points at him,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, no, like I looked the same way they all looked in the show while I was watching it, like they were shocked,
Yeah.
and I was shocked, and actually seeing Allie's reaction to that too was amazing because he was like, ah, he was laughing because everyone was shocked, and he was just, I liked that. His favorite Scott. Who's your favorite?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I love Shane. I find him to be such a cute little sad boy.
You know what's so interesting? Okay, I'll tell you my ranking and then you can tell me. I know this is going on a little bit long, but it's fine. Bonus episode. um my ranking is Scott and Elia are tied for first, and then it's Shane, and then
Yeah.
it's Kip. And I love them all. But I love Scott for different reasons that I love Elia. And I think Shane is also really, like, they're all really close in
Yeah.
order. But I feel like I love Scott for, because I just think age appropriate for me to have a crush on Scott, but also like he's been through a lot and it's a really big deal for him to come out in such a very public way and obviously sets the entire scene for everyone else. And then there's Ilya who's working really hard to just be normal and wants to be normal but can't be normal because he's
Yeah.
from Russia. And then there's, I don't know, I have a lot of thoughts. Tell me your thoughts quickly.
Oh,
We
I
can
mean,
expand on these
it's
more.
probably Shane, Elia, and then Scott, and then Kip. No, no disrespect to Kip. I do love Kip, but I don't know. I am one of those people that I'm like, why do you work at a smoothie store and you're just ripped as hell? What is going on here? And his smoothies are very watery. I'm like, what?
Yes! As a Jamba Juice ex-employee, when I saw those smoothies, I was like, "Why? These look like
Did you
UK
just? Yeah,
smoothies."
I was like, did you just mash bananas and water together? Like, what happened here?
As a certified ex-Jamba Juice employee, the thing is, I noticed that right away. I was like, "That is not a Jamba Ju or that is not a thickness of a smoothie consistency that I would
Yeah,
want."
I was like, that looks disgusting.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kip. I'm sure you're a lovely man, but maybe focus a little more on learning how to make a smoothie instead of being at the gym.
Oh my gosh. All we see him is he's hanging out with his friends. We don't need to see Kip at the gym. All I'm saying is like we don't get to see much and we don't understand why he's so ripped because we don't see him do any gym related things like we see Ilya
Yeah,
and Scott and Shane do. Anyway,
yeah,
we should talk about this the next episode. That makes me really excited to
yeah.
have an
Maybe
entire
this will bleed over. Yeah.
your birthday episode is going to be the heated rivalry episode.
Hey, that could be
Anyway,
fun.
I mean, okay. Anyway, we're going to go now. Ryan, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Instagram at it's Ryan. Follow me for gay things and fun little posts, and I don't know, just just me on Instagram. Sorry.
Yay! That's okay.
Yay, exciting.
Um, Gloria, Glow Pinksta Charm Party, where you're watching this content now. I stream on Twitch and I do a lot of TTRPG related things, which is what Charm Party is mostly about, plus me and Ryan hanging out. I will see you. We will both see you actually next month for Ryan's birthday episode. So we'll see what
Wee.
that ends up being soon. Okay. Bye.
All right, bye.